Hi there, Vanessa Green here with Oils and Hope. And today I want to do a little segment. It's Friday, so I'm going to maybe try to start a new series called Superfood Fridays. So today, I don't know, you may not think of it necessarily as a food, but it is, we need it, it's necessary for nutrition, and it's salt. So I want to encourage you to maybe do your own research and look into real salt, which is full of all kinds of trace minerals that our body needs, versus table salt that is not full of minerals. This actually starts out like this, but they strip it, they boil it down essentially and strip it of all the minerals. And then they add some other crap to it, pardon my French, anti-caking, whatever, and extra sodium chloride, which that's what causes the problem. Salt has been kind of dubbed as a bad guy, and I don't like that because salt is wonderful. The Bible even tells us that we are to be the salt of the earth. We're not to be bad guys. We're not to cause health problems, but we are to be life-giving as Jesus is life-giving, and we are to reflect him. Salt is life-giving in its natural state. When we get it like this, it is not life-giving, and it can cause lots of problems in our bodies. I will say this, the only benefit or the positive thing about this is it's super cheap. I think this was 55 cents. I stopped by the dollar store to buy some because I don't have this kind of salt in my house. I only use real salt, and I actually really like this brand. It's called Real Salt, and it comes from Utah. It's mined in Utah from the ancient seabeds. So this being filled with all kinds of trace minerals helps to balance out. You know, God designed things in a perfect way for us. And when you start taking things out or adding things in, then that messes up the balance or the synergy that God designed. So when we use this, it's going to be off balance and off kilter, and that's what causes harm to our bodies. Real salt is good for your heart, and it's good. Let me read. I've got a list here of the benefits of real salt. And this is from, I just did a quick little Google search, and this is from a website called StuckyChiropractic.com. So there's a little plug for them. But it says they've done a lot of the research here and the, gathering information, but I just liked what they had here. Our bodies are designed to receive sodium chloride in a combination with other minerals and trace elements, which are found in natural, real salt. Unrefined salt, which is this, allows liquids to freely cross the 80 trillion or so cell membranes that make up our bodies. The benefits include regulating water content throughout our body, replenishing your supply of electrolytes when you sweat heavily, regulates blood pressure, promotes a healthy pH balance in our cells, particularly brain cells. Again, we're talking about real salt. It helps to make stomach acid. It promotes blood sugar health and helping to reduce the signs of aging. It helps to absorb food particles throughout our intestinal tract. It promotes sinus health. It prevents muscle cramps. It promotes bone strength. It regulates sleep. It naturally promotes deep sleep. It supports libido. And it promotes vascular health. It's very difficult for our body to absorb too much refined salt. Since there are powerful and effective feedback loops that regulate this process, natural salt promotes a healthy balance and does not contribute to high blood pressure like typical table salt. The problem with this is that it's been refined so much, and it's basically just the sodium chloride. And then we also get a lot of foods, highly processed foods, that also have the sodium chloride. And that's when we start to have problems. So it says after the refining processes, table salt no longer combines easily with the human body fluids. So there's no free crossing of the liquids and minerals. This can cause accumulated fluids to stagnate in joints, producing edema, kidney and gallbladder stones, rheumatism, arthritis, and gout. Pure sodium chloride actually draws water to itself, and this water retention leads to edema, high blood pressure, and poor circulation. Also, the body tries to deal with the excess sodium chloride, and various harmful acids and gallbladder and kidney stones are formed. Guys, I want you to consider to do the switch. Yes, this is more expensive than this, but in the long run, this promotes health and life. This was $10.99. You can shop around for it. I got this from a local Amish store. My local grocery store doesn't cover this. This was only 55 cents. You don't need as much of this to get that salty flavor. You use less of this than you do of this. And you can just put it in your salt shaker. I have mine, and you can see it's the pink and the different colors. I just use this for everything. So if you get nothing out of this today, hopefully you're going to get something out of it. I want to encourage you to do your own research. I want you to start thinking about making a switch. You can order this online. You may be able to find it in a health food store. Like I said, I get it from a little Amish grocery store. I'm leaning this way. I've got my camera. There's a thing blocking part of my screen. But anyway, yeah, I don't want to make this too long, but consider making the switch, and don't be afraid of salt. If your doctor has told you to go on a low sodium diet, I encourage you to cut out processed foods that have added salt to them, because that's going to be this salt. But I encourage you to add this salt to your daily meals. Sprinkle a little bit on everything. Maybe even put some in some water to drink. Put it on everything. But cut out the processed foods that contain this processed salt, and get rid of this processed salt, okay? Go and be salt and light, and add life. Salt is to be life-giving. We need it. We cannot live without salt, but just make sure it's this salt so you get added health benefits and not negative health benefits, okay? Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next Friday with another Superfood Friday tip for healthy nutrition. Take care. Bye-bye.